Welcome. I'm Vera Shuri, and welcome to Concierge Coaching Program. This is a very easy program to follow, but it does take some change to make it work, and I hope you enjoy the process. Everything starts and ends with planning. So treat your plan as an enterprise. We're all in the business of life. If possible, take time every week to choose 4 hours for self-education and use a sponsor or a mentor to help you visualize and make good decisions. Now that you've chosen your weekly 4 hours, think about managing them and marketing them so that you get help from your support group, your family, extended family, especially your providers and the places that you purchase items from and get service from. I work with my mechanic, and he's been a tremendous help in helping me to get to know other people. So delegate, and delegate means asking someone to help you. I recommend getting 6 people. You have at least 6 people: dry cleaner, doctor, dentist, where you get your nails, where you get your hair done, where you do your mail, who does your dry cleaning, who does your shoe care. All of those places are ones that can give you referral or give you suggestions to whatever it is you want to do. And marketing, make sure you get exposure. So around town, try to work with your local newspapers, your neighborhood newspapers, neighborhood, next day care. All of those things are helpful to find your answers to get where you want to go. How you handle your finances, whether they come in by salary or hourly pay, or you're in business for yourself, think about how you can get the funds that you need. Don't think, I can't afford that. I found that when I used to think I couldn't afford that, I didn't, because I didn't even try. I now think, how can I afford what I really want to do? And I'm getting to do many more things. So I hope that this can help you figure out, maybe get a grant. I've gotten grants through charity organizations. Sometimes a loan is appropriate. Figure it out. Look for efficiencies. So you're starting with the financial getting in, but also look for efficiencies and prudent ways to do changes and reduce your expenses. And the other part is expanding your income and expanding your areas of interest and your projects, sharing them with an increased circle of contacts or markets, meetups, and other professional organizations are a really fantastic way to get the word out about what your interests are and what you want to do. No matter what the project is that you're working on, you need your overall health to be able to function well. And it starts with personal, spiritual, sleep, mind-body connection, dietary, and your social things. And make sure you look at all of them to see what can you do to improve. Moving on to overall health. Personal, I can't stress enough how important social connections are. They are your cheerleaders. They are your friends, your family, your chosen family. Make sure that they are people that are sincerely interested in your wellness, and reduce any exposure you have with people that are not 100% on your side. And your work. Either do a daily minimum or a daily maximum depending on what your personality type is. I used to spend too much time on my work. I don't do that anymore, and I find that I get better ideas when I'm well rested. And then play. You've got to have a playful attitude. Um, I choose joy and I choose fun. In my classes too, people get the biggest kick out of me when I turn on some rock music and swing around, or I sing a sad song or a love song and move around with it. They get the biggest kick out of it, and I do it for myself. I play good music when I want to do things around the apartment or jogging by myself. Okay, here's that word: exercise, leisure, and relaxation. Move your body. Moving is the key word these days. Moving from head to toe with introspection. So when you close your eyes, you have interoception, meaning that you're feeling your inside of your body, what's going on. But make sure you move. Even a few bursts of energetic moves help you to improve your attitude and to get back. It's the best thing for your brain. When you exercise and get joy out of it, that is when the brain has plasticity. And plasticity means that your brain gets new brain cells. And it means that your brain will try to do for you what you want it to do, whether it's moving your body or whether it's trying to think through a process. Even with brain injury, the brain will find a detour around the injury and try to do for you what you want. And make sure you have some games that you play or some leisure activity that you enjoy that's relaxing. And relaxing to deliberately think about it, remove that stress. And nutrition is a big part of helping to move inflammation that can go on the body when we have too much stress for too long. Well, the number one thing in our life is our breath. And you want to increase your breath capacity. 8 breaths change your brain chemistry. So you want to sit with your sternum up. This is your sternum right here. Okay? Feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. You want your knees to be 90 degrees. Don't cut off your circulation. And then you can depend on what your breathing style is. You can inhale to 3, hold for 2, exhale for 6. You want the exhale to be longer, and you can increase it. And make sure that you close your lips to inhale. Zip the lips. I hope you see that little smiley face. But make sure you close your lips. It makes you take a deeper inhale, and then you take a longer exhale, and it helps reduce anxiety. Just 8 breaths, remember, will change that. Going into hydration do's and hydration myths. Okay? Hydration is energy. Don't ever forget that. So drink a minimum of 1 quart to 40 ounces minimum and of water, and then in addition to any other beverages that you drink, like soft drinks, they don't count. Coffee doesn't count. And if you add electrolytes, It helps your cells to stay moist longer, and it helps remove pain. It prevents cramping and dizziness and other pain. And stop drinking water 2 hours before you go to bed so that you can empty that bladder. The myths. Using a scale may help you about the myths of hydration and water. But 1 to 2 cups of coffee or cola are not bad. That's a myth. That they're bad is a myth. Another one is medications are not diuretic. Most medications do have a diuretic feature. The other part of that is if you're not hydrated enough, it's not circulating in your blood enough to get where the medication is supposed to go. And then you're not getting the full effect of the medication. The other myth is that just a glass rehydrates. It does not. If you're borderline dehydrated for several days, and some people are that for months, but if you're borderline dehydrated, it takes 72 hours of full 64 ounces of drinking to get fully rehydrated. It's not that quick. So I hope that you think about that. And the other part is your muscles and your organs function better, including your bladder. Those of you that don't want to go to the bathroom, the bladder can hold more and it won't cramp up if you are well hydrated. So keep drinking up. Included in this section are a few moves for balance. So rowing is such a wonderful, complete movement. It works the legs, it works the triceps, and it works the abs and the glutes. So press, you can see what the picture is. Do it, start out with 8 repetitions, work up to 15 2 times. You'll end up doing 30 repetitions at least twice a week. Sternum up for good posture. Sit up nice and straight. And if you're going to use a ball, bring those elbows up and squeeze that ball. You're working these upper pecs, and they help your posture. If you don't have muscles in the front end, you're going to keep getting rounded. You don't want to do that. And the next move, sit with your feet up and do a seated jumping jack. It gives you such a good aerobic benefit. If your hands and feet, if you have neuropathy, it's going to help to get circulation to those and will help those veins and arteries get bigger for better circulation. So you can do something to help yourself. Please do. You're worth it. Okay, I know many of you don't think you've ever heard of sleep hygiene, and maybe you haven't heard of it. But sleep hygiene is really helpful. I remember years ago when I was still married, I could not fall asleep because there were so many things going on in our family and in our businesses that my mind was just ruminating at night and I couldn't fall asleep. I learned to meditate. I learned to do progressive relaxation. Sleep hygiene is the activity to create quality sleep. Create a good environment as you would for a baby. Because after you recover at night during the sleep, then it switches to build new energy and to build healing. And I love it when I get up and I'm full of energy and ready to go for the next day. So I hope that you can attain that. If you need more, do give a call. We'll be glad to help you. Nutrition. Nutrition is probably the next important thing there. From breath and exercise and sleep to nutrition. Even there, they have daily physical activity listed. And then they have the things that you should eat daily. They have the things that you should eat weekly, and then red meat only monthly. So that's how important it is to get your protein from other sources than red meat. Even though I know many of you love your red meat, reduce it to once a week or twice a week and have fish and chicken, especially omega-3. Omega-3 is probably one of the very most important nutrition elements that you could eat. Salmon and other fatty fish are the best source. Flaxseed, if you're a vegetarian, ground flaxseed, 2 or 3 tablespoons will do it a day. But make sure you have a well-balanced nutrition plan. Again, you're worth it. Planning and commitment. Planning, meaning setting a time to do planning, to think about planning, what you want to plan. Think about the steps that it takes to do a certain thing and adjusting. You know, life happens, and we can either stay behind or we can move forward with the world. Sometimes we don't want to move forward with what's going on, and that's all right. I find I don't want to miss something. So even though I got claustrophobic going into a cave, into a mine, I stepped in and felt the claustrophobia and had to get out. And then in the end, when everybody was in, one more person, I said, I'm not missing it. I hope you feel you don't want to miss life. And it's a circle, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. It means committing to set a time, a regular appointment with yourself or with an advisor or your mentor or your sponsor. But success of the program depends on you're the client, adherence to the healthy behaviors that are listed there, and making a commitment with someone witnessing. I know I need to be held accountable. When I just am in my head, I forget and I don't do it. When I write it down, when I make a commitment to myself, things get done. Even if I don't look at my list, after a few months, I'll look at it again, and all of a sudden, half of that list is done because I'm pretty systematic. I hope that can enter into your life and make your life more pleasant. Have a great day. Bye. Just a quick reminder, staying hydrated. Your muscles are 75% water. Your brain is 77 to 78% water. To keep it moist, it has to work better. Remember, in your brain and throughout your body, your muscles, it's electrical charges that are going on that keep you moving. And remember, just like you have to get out of the pool when there are lightning strikes, drink up. Keep it moist so that those charges can go through your body and through your brain and get you to do the things that you want to do. Ask me about a true health assessment, and I hope to see you again soon.